Yo, 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 what up, Mrs. Zoo Nation, aka Savage Armor Jones Rafa, coming at you with another rant. Today, we're going to be talking about the restriction list for August 14th, 2018. There was no ban list. You heard me correctly. There was no ban list. Last week, Bushiroad announced that today we're going to get some type of restriction list. Now, usually when they say it, they actually go ahead and do it. For some reason, we woke up and there was no ban list. There was nothing that got hit on the restriction list. And people are pissed. 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 Capital P. All caps. Pissed. I woke up, saw this list, and I'm pissed. Pissed. Capital P. All caps. Pissed. Why? Because for a whole week we thought something was going to get hit, and in reality, nothing got hit. Nothing. Nada. Zilch. I'm not even going to continue this because you know how everything else go. But anyway, everybody was expecting Ichi time to get hit, of course. I know some people were expecting Wonder Ezel to get hit because, 4XL Marcos in one turn is not fun. I mean, Tarna, like, that combo used to happen, though, but at the end of the day, Tarna got punished for it. But with Wonder Ezel, it seems like that this is going to be, like, not even a similar situation. It feels like, unlike Tarna, you can actually plus off of this. Gold Paladins does have a way to keep hand, and at the same time, continuously superior call from the deck during battle phase. So it makes it worse, in my honest opinion, not better. But I'm not here to talk about like assumptions and whatnot. I'm here to talk about what possibly could have been on the ban list, and those are the three main corporates. I even saw like different fight talk about that they probably should have took like Mick the Ghost and family friend into whatever Mick the Ghosty. Well, I'm not gonna say the full name. I'm just gonna call this nigga Mick. They should have put this nigga Mick the 4. But they didn't do none of that. They just decided to keep it blank. Now, honestly, I know a lot of people are kind of mad that nothing got hit. And basically, all the rage isn't necessarily the fact that nothing got hit. It was the fact that you promised us a ban list and you didn't provide. But, at the same time, I am also here to defend the whole Ichi Tom combo thing. So, I know a lot of people, there's like two different sizes. People who wants it to get hit, and there's a lot of people who don't want it to get hit. A lot of people who saying that they shouldn't get hit is basically saying that everybody who thinks that it should get hit should just like grow a pair. Okay, let me tell you a little bit of a story, and it'll basically get up to the reason why I think that y'all niggas on the wrong. Okay, so the clans that I play one of the two main clans that I play is Mega Colony, of course, hence the name Savage Armor Jones Rafa, and you also have Murakumo that I also play. Murakumo and Mega Colony, Bushiroad does not give a fuck about. Like, that's just a given statement. Bushiroad does not give a fuck about both of these clans at all. If anything, if they were to get rid of any of the clans, I for damn sure know that these two clans will be in the we're going to delete these clans. Because it's not Kagero, it's not Royals, it's not Shadows, it's not Gears, it's not Link Jokers, or whatever clan that they like to dick suck. But that's besides the point. The point is, because these are two clans that Bushiroad does not give a fuck, that means they do not get too much support. When they get support, the support is not good enough. It's not as good as, Gear Chronicles. It's not as good as World Paladin. It's not as good as Kagero. When they get support, The support is amazing. The support will make you come. With the support that Mega Colony and Murakumo get, honestly, we can't even get a simple hand job off of it. That's how bad it is. Now, don't get me wrong. Mega Colony in standard right now is actually hella good. Even Mega Colony in premium right now was actually pretty good. So, at least we got something out of this. Murakumo, from the looks of it, it kind of looks like we also are getting something out of this, though, but all of the support hasn't really came out yet, so I can't necessarily give out like a full opinion on it. But from what we got so far, it does look like it's pretty good. But anyway, I'm getting a little bit off track. Basically, what I'm saying is that in order for me to play against the meta with a deck that is so low tier, it's ridiculous. I had to adapt the deck to get into the meta. I had to adapt Mega Colony to try to fight against Gear Chronicle. I had to adapt Murakumo to try to fight against Shadow Paladins. I had to do it vice versa, or for any deck that was considered meta at the time. And trust me, it was very hard. I had to spend so much time in the lab, on and off. Every other day I was searching through commons, rares, double rares, triple rares, SPs, whatever I had in the arsenal of both Mega Colony and Murakumo. I had to redo the deck from scratch and actually try out different combos, try out different stuff, try out different things that can actually work against the meta, try out some cards that can actually go against one of the most threatening things that the game has to offer, and try to win against it. Sometimes I'll fail, sometimes I won't. I had to try to adapt the deck to clans that were faster than it, that can do more stuff than it, that can easily get over it. And no matter what, I still stuck to both clans. At the end of the day, I still made it to where I can still find a way to kick your ass on my own level and make it to where that even though I know I'm not going to win every single match, I'm going to find a way to make sure that your ass is going to get kicked. Regardless if I have to put you up to my own level or I have to go through some cheap bullshit tactics in order to do it. And trust me, it was not hard. Sometimes I had to go through a lot of trials and tribulations in order to do it. Trial and error was like the main model I had to do. Not to mention, yes, sometimes I had to cry like a little bitch. But at the end of the day, I still found a way. A lot of people who also played Mega Colony and Murakumo also found a way. A lot of clans do have a privilege of finding a way to go against the meta, regardless of said clan is a meta. And yes, may not topped an art in ARG. I may have not won an ARG. I may have not topped a Bushiroad championship. I may have not won a Bushiroad championship. But for damn sure, I fucking tried. And yeah, there was a lot of failure that went into it. But at the end of the day, I fucking did it. The point I'm making at the moment is that Ichi Tom was an easy to win combo. So basically what you're saying is all of that time that I tried to go into the lab, going on and off and everything like that just to try to make my deck better, you can easily stop it with 2 fucking cards. That's degenerate as fuck. Now, don't get me wrong. There is ways to go against Ichi-Tom. It's not like OTT is very hard to beat. It is very difficult to beat. Don't get me wrong. But it's not very hard to beat. I mean, it is very hard to beat. But at the same time, it's beatable. And basically what I'm saying is the fact that you have this degenerate ass combo that can combo off of 2 fucking cards. 2 fucking cards, I might add you. And yes, there is a way to be like, Oh yeah, well all you gotta do is manage damage. All you gotta do is try to fight back fast enough so they don't get it out. I'm sorry, but that's like in make believe land. In make believe land, that actually could probably happen. But honestly, you cannot tell me that every single deck in the game could easily get over OTT hard enough. May I remind you that this is a clan that is known for having hand advantage, a clan that is known for having heavy defense, a clan that is known for hitting just as hard in their offense with their defense. You have this degenerate ass combo that can get you an easy win, and you're telling me that it doesn't deserve to get hit. What type of BS is that? So another example to make, and I'm gonna make this example very short, is looking at Yu-Gi-Oh and looking at Vanguard. The difference between a ban list in Yu-Gi-Oh and a restriction list in Vanguard is completely different. Yu-Gi-Oh is so fucking broken that they have a routine ban list. Now, let me set it to you straight. There is no other card game in existence that has a routine ban list. When you never go to Magic the Gathering and hear Magic the Gathering players talk about we need a routine ban list, the thing that they're waiting for is the rotation to happen. You cannot go to a single Pokemon player and say that they're waiting for their ban list. They are also waiting for rotation. And that is the exact same thing with Vanguard. You cannot go to a Vanguard player and say we're waiting for a restriction list, waiting for a ban list, because it's not going to fucking happen. Yu-Gi-Oh is just that fucking broken, and that's mainly because Konami makes it hella broken. They make all these broke down ass cards, and they make it to where you have to play, all the more expensive shit and can't necessarily play on a quote unquote budget. I mean, trust me, there is ways of playing a budget though, but they fuck you up just for doing it. Anyway, when it comes to Vanguard, the restriction list is only happening because it's very hard for certain decks to adapt to a combo that is actually dominating the format. Now, let's be real. Vanguard is a game that is all about adaptation. Interesting enough, it's a game that's all about adaptation. We see a combo, it sounds very busted at first. Yeah, we're gonna get our ass kicked in the beginning, but at the end of the day, we know that the combo exists, and we're just gonna try to adapt to the situation. That's all we're doing. We're just adapting. Now, of course, sometimes it's very hard to do it, and that's when the restriction list comes in. The restriction list is there to make sure that the combo don't get too out of hand and end up like Yu-Gi-Oh, where we're just waiting for another ban list. Now, some players in Vanguard act like that's the case. I'm here to tell you right now, fuck no, that's not the case. But, like I said, we have degenerate ass decks like OTT at the moment, and honestly, it's just in premium. Like, standard OTT is hella busted, but it's understandably busted. OTT and premium, the fact that you have a combo that you can't necessarily guard against, and a combo that you also have a possibility of stacking triggers with, and 90% of the time those triggers are always going to be, critical triggers. That's when the combo becomes hella degenerate. That's when the combo becomes very problematic. Now again, is it beatable? Yes, it's beatable. There's a way to beat it. But at the end of the day, it's not the fact that the combo isn't beatable, it's the fact that the combo exists. It's the fact that it's super degenerate and is to a point to where any player could pick up this deck, use the combo, and win off of it with no fucking skill. That's the exact same reason why Gear Chronicles was one of the major problems back in the G era. It wasn't the fact that the deck was busted. It was the fact that anybody could pick up the deck and fucking win with it. with no problem, with no skill, with no thought process whatsoever. It was a auto combo based deck that was actually, it's an auto combo based deck. That's all I gotta really say. And that's the same thing with the combo. I mean, it's the same thing with this deck. It's an auto combo based deck that anybody could just pick up and win. And when you have a player like me, for a prime example, or anybody else who don't want to really play meta decks and want to play decks that they want to play with, and the fact that they go through so much trouble going in and out trying to actually use some type of skill and actually use whatever. And yeah, don't get me wrong, for me, the fact that I'm using Mega Kali and the fact that I'm using a clan that necessarily isn't going to guarantee me top 8 spots, yeah, that is a little bit problematic on my own, and it is a little bit of a fault that I'm not using anything in the meta. But the fact that I put so much fucking work into my fucking deck, so much fucking hours into my fucking deck, only get beat by some degenerate asshole who don't have no skill of playing this fucking game is fucking frustrating. That's the reason why Ichi should be fucking hit. But that's whatever. Doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, nothing necessarily got hit. And no, I'm not really butthurt, but that's basically how everything works. So, for now, this is my rant. My name is Mr. Zoo Nation, aka Salvage Armadillo Giraffe, signing out.